It is another beautiful Saturday along the Meridian Speedway, and it is business as usual for CPKC. Daily Manifest Train M266 has a clear signal at milepost 115 to race eastbound to Artesia, Mississippi. Take note of the cut of intermodal that follows behind the power. Stacked traffic is a major portion of freight hauled along this route. While this specific cut on the Shreveport to Artesia mixed freight will be dropped off in Monroe, most of the intermodal is simply using the speedway as a link between the larger metroplexes. As the KCS Veterans Unit number 4006 brings up the rear of the train, we'll rewind to earlier this morning to observe an example of one of several dedicated pig trains on the route. At the Control Point 110 crossover in Simsboro, daily stack train I-168 is seen racing eastbound with a pair of Norfolk Southern stallions on the lead. I get several messages asking about the common sight of Norfolk Southern locomotives on the Speedway. For those not familiar, the Meridian Speedway is a joint venture agreement that was formed in the mid-2000s between Kansas City Southern and Norfolk Southern. KCS would provide the actual line, while Norfolk Southern would fund hundreds of millions of dollars to upgrade the line into a true intermodal artery. Norfolk Southern would have a 30% stake in the venture. The former Mid-South route connecting Meridian, Mississippi to Shreveport still hosts an abundance of haulage right traffic from Norfolk Southern as well as Union Pacific. One UP stack in each direction utilizes CPKC to transport intermodal between the NS interchange in Meridian to the UP interchange in Shreveport. But we are going to take a closer look at the trains that connect freight with the greater DFW Metroplex and Atlanta, Georgia. Currently, there are 4 trains with 2 in each direction that are daily occurrences on the Speedway: I-166, I-167, I-168, and I-169. As mentioned earlier, the stack train on your screen is an I-168. This and its westbound counterpart are easily identified by their solely intermodal cargo, featuring a majority of J.B. Hunt transportation. This pair of stacks rarely makes pickups or drop-offs in between Wiley and Atlanta. To ensure quick transit times, both railroads use the common practice of simply keeping the power on when interchanging rather than swapping locomotives. I-166 and I-167 follow the exact same routes, though they are quite different from their pure stack sister trains. In Arcadia, Louisiana, we find a 166 around noon, with Norfolk Southern 4000 on the point. With a sleek blue and gray paint design, 4000 was the very first AC44C6M rebuild from the older Dash 9 series. What once was a marvel in the railroad industry is now one of hundreds of rebuilds on the roster. While listed as intermodals in the system, these trains often do not give that appearance depending on where you are along its route. When originating out of Wiley, long cuts of stacks and auto rack cars can be seen on the train. Unlike 168 and 169 though, these trains work several locations between Texas and Georgia. In the past, Kansas City Southern operated a dedicated manifest between Wiley and Shreveport. KCS would later adopt new operating methods that would see any manifest freight tagged onto this train. Much of its original freight bound for any other direction instead of east will be dropped in Shreveport. Along with that, many freight cars are already in Shreveport with eastward destinations beyond the Norfolk Southern interchange. Those are picked up as well. This operation usually takes several hours. Despite departing Wiley anywhere from 4 to 6 hours before 168, the 166 will often be behind by Shreveport due to essentially reclassifying the entire train. The same practice is used for the westbound I-167. To wrap up this video, we'll see this I-166 without a single container in tow. Leading the charge is Kansas City Southern number 4859. The Safety Starts Here locomotive. I hope that you've enjoyed this quick overview of Norfolk Southern haulage ride operations along the CPKC Meridian Speedway. If you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Until the next time, my friends, I will be seeing you somewhere out there along the rails, and as always, thanks for watching.